Hello students, this is Girijesh Kumar Mal, lecturer in English in Sri Gandhi Vidyalaya Inter College, Bashrama, Raebareli. Dear students, today we are going to learn narration. This is an important topic which is not only important for the view of your board examination but also important for different competitive exams. So you can simply imagine how important it is for you. Let us try to understand what is narration and why we study it. Dear students, can you tell me what is narration? Actually, the term narration is made of the verb narrate, which means to tell something forward. The act of telling a story or conversation. Dear students, as you know that the conversation is always between two or more persons in which there is a speaker and others are listeners. You may often be required to convey this conversation, and there is two ways to convey it. First is the way in which you can reproduce the actual words, the exact words, the original words of the speaker. And the second is one in which you give the substance of what the speaker said without quoting his exact words. Let us understand it with the help of examples. Here is the sentence, Ashok said, I am working hard for the examination. Here is second sentence, Ashok said that he was working hard for the examination. Dear students, if we consider these two sentences, we notice that both of them convey the same message. But there is a difference if we look closely. In the first sentence, I am conveying the activities of Ashok in his exact words without changing it. When the exact words used by the speaker are conveyed, it is called direct narration or direct speech. In the second sentence, I am using my own words to convey the activities of the speaker. I am using my own words to convey the activities of Ashok to the audience. When the meaning or the substance of a speech of a speaker is conveyed in the reporter's word, it is called indirect narration or indirect speech. Dear students, I think you have got clear concept about the term direct narration and indirect narration. But I would like to make you more clear about these two terms. As you have understood that when the exact words used by the speaker are conveyed, it is called direct narration or direct speech. The entire speech of the speaker is put within inverted comma. For example, you can see here. Observe this sentence carefully. There are two parts in this sentence. First part is the part outside the inverted commas. It consists of subject and verbs that reports the part within inverted comma. It is called reporting speech. And the second part is the part within the inverted comma. It is called reported speech. Reporting speech may be also three subparts. Here, the first is speaker, are subject of reporting verb, second part in reporting speech is reporting verb, and third part may be object. Now come to indirect narration or indirect speech. Just I have told you that when the meaning or the substance of a speech of the speaker is conveyed in the reporter's word, it is called indirect speech or indirect narration. And there has to be change, especially in the pronoun and tense of the verb under some certain rules. For example, you can see here, this is the indirect speech of this very sentence. Okay. The teacher told Mahesh that he was his student. Here we can see clearly that both sentences convey the same message, but if you look closely, there is a difference between both of it. There is a grammatical change in the construction of the second sentence, which is written in indirect speech. Let us see what changes have happened. Actually, when you throw a glance at changing, you will find that sad to here. Sad to is changed into told. Clear? No comma and inverted comma are used in the sentence of indirect speech. But there is a connecting word that which is used to join, which is used to connect reported speech with reporting speech. Okay? And the pronoun you and my are changed respectively to he and his. The other changing is the verb are is replaced with the verb was. Clear? Okay. Now we shall learn how to change direct speech into indirect speech. Rules for changing direct into indirect speech. Dear students, there are some major rules to change these speeches from direct to indirect. While changing the direct speech into the indirect, we need to consider the tense of the verb, pronouns, words that describe time, place, distance, and types of sentence, etc. Clear? Let us start with the rules to change the tenses of the verb. Rules for the changes of the tense. Come to the first rule. If the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed at all. We use only that as a connecting word to connect reporting speech with the reported speech. Let us see the example. Radha says Sudha is going to England. First of all, pay attention at the reporting verb. Here, if the reporting verb is in present tense, then the tense of the verb of reported speech is not changed. Here, you can see clearly that reporting verb is in simple present. So, the tense of the verb of reported speech will not change. Here you can see it clearly. Let us see the next sentence. The teacher will say all the children have become very naughty. Here the reporting verb is in simple future. That's why the tense of the verb of reported speech will not change. Here you can see it. It is unchanged. Clear? Come to the second rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense, please listen again. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the tenses of the verb in the reported speech must be changed to past tense also. To change the tenses of the verb in the reported speech, we have to follow special rules as if the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in present tense, it changes to corresponding past form. Corresponding past form. For example, here there is a sentence in direct speech. Ram said, Hari writes a letter. I have told you that first of all you have to pay attention at reporting verb. If reporting verb is in past tense, then you have to pay attention on the tense of the verb of reported speech. Clear? Here, the verb in the reported speech is in present indefinite tense. It means it will change in past indefinite tense, corresponding, equivalent past form. So, the sentence will be, Ram said that Hari wrote a letter. Here, that is used to connect reporting speech with reported speech. Let us see the second sentence. Anil said, Seema is writing a letter. Here, you can see clearly that the reporting verb is in past tense and the verb of reported speech is in present continuous. It means it will change into past continuous tense. Okay? Here, Anil said that Seema was writing a letter. Let us see more examples. Geeta said, Sandhya has completed her work. First of all, I have told you that pay attention at reporting verb. If the reporting verb is in past tense, then the tense of the reported speech will change. If the reporting verb is in present tense or in future tense, at that time, the tense of the verb of reported speech will remain unchanged. Clear? Here, the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of reported speech is in present perfect tense. That's why it will change. It will be changed into past perfect tense. Geeta said that Sandhya had completed her work. Come to the next sentence. Rajneesh said, Sonam has been sleeping. Here, reporting verb is in past tense and reported speech is written in present perfect continuous tense. So, it will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. Okay? Clear? Come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense, pay attention, and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past indefinite tense, it changes to past perfect tense. Here is a sentence. Ram said, Garima cooked food. Here the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past indefinite tense. It means it will be changed into past perfect tense. Okay. Come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past continuous tense, it changes to past perfect continuous tense. For example, Gopal said, Kiran was writing a letter. Here, the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb of reported speech is in past continuous tense. So, it will be changed in past perfect continuous tense. Clear? Now, come to the next rule. If the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past tense, if the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense, it remains unchanged. For example, here you can see clearly that the reporting verb is in past tense, clear, and the tense of the reported speech, the tense of the verb in reported speech is in past perfect tense. It means it will remain unchanged. Clear? Let us see one more example. Neelam said, Mariam had been singing a song for 2 hours. You can see clearly that here the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in reported speech is in past perfect continuous tense. So, it will be remain same. There will be no any change in the tense of the verb. Okay. Now, come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense and there is a modal auxiliary as will, shall, can, may, it changes. Will change into would, shall changes into should, can into could, and may into might respectively. For example, here is a sentence. He said Ram will go there. He said that Ram would go there. One more example. Anu said Geeta can sing a song. Anu said that Geeta could sing a song. Next rule. If reported speech contains would, could, should, must, might, ought to, etc., then there is no change in the tense. Like, he said, Gopal must work hard. The tense of the reported speech will remain same. She said that Gopal must work hard. Geeta said, my teacher used to take class regularly. It means Geeta said that my teacher used to take class regularly. Okay? Here. Next rule. If the reporting verb is followed by an object, it is usually changed. Says to is changed into tells. say to is changed into tell, whereas said to is changed into told. You can understand with it with the help of example. Here there is a sentence in direct speech. Anil says to me, Ramesh has gone to Agra. Please pay attention on the reporting verb in reported speech. Here the reporting verb is followed by an object. If there is an object followed by reporting verb, it means it will change. Here there is says to, na, it means it will change into tells, as Anil tells me that Ramesh has gone to Agra. Here the tense of the verb of reported speech is not changed because the reporting verb is in present tense. I have told you earlier that if reporting verb is in present tense, it means the tense of the reported speech will remain same. There will no any change in the tense of reported speech. Now let us see the next example. Geeta said to Gopal, Kapil has written a letter. Here there is a reporting verb followed by object, said to. According to the rule, said to is changed into told. That's why the indirect speech of this sentence will be Geeta told Gopal that Kapil had written a letter. Dear students, these were the rules which are applied in changing the tenses. But there are some exceptional cases in changing the tense. What are they? Some exceptional changes in changing the tenses. What are they? First exception is, if reported speech has universal truth or habitual fact, then the simple present tense in the reported speech is not changed at all. For example, here is a sentence in direct speech. Our teacher said the earth moves around the sun. Here you see that reported speech is a universal truth. The scientists have proved it that the earth moves around the sun. If there is a universal truth as a reported speech, it means it will remain unchanged. What will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Our teacher said that the earth moves around the sun. Let us come to the second example. Raju said to me, he plays with the right hand. Here, Raju said me, he plays with right hand. It is the habit of Raju, na? If there is habitual fact, if there is a habit in reported speech, it means it will not change. Raju told me that he plays with the right hand. Let us see one more example. Here there is a sentence in direct speech. He said to his brother, dogs bark at a stranger. Here there is a habitual fact given as a reported speech. That's why it will remain same. But please pay attention on reporting verb. There is an object followed by reporting verb. That's why it will be changed into told, as he told his brother that dogs bark at a stranger. Let us see next exception. If reported speech has proverb, then the simple present tense in the reported speech is not changed at all. For example, he said, Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. It is a proverb. That's why it will remain same. He said that honesty is the best policy. Clear? Let us see the next exception. If reported speech has historical fact, then there is no change in the tense of the verb of reported speech. For example, our teacher said, Gandhiji died in January 1948. Here there is a historical fact. You can search it in the book of history. That's why it will remain unchanged. Clear? Here the sentence will be, our teacher said that Gandhiji died in January 1948. Come to the next exception. If reported speech has two actions to be happening at a time when there is no change at the tense. If there is two actions in same time, just like he said, my wife was making lunch when I was studying. Here there is two action. My wife was making lunch and I was studying. So here there will be no any change in the tense of reported speech. Only that will be used to connect reported speech with reporting speech, like this. Clear? Now come to the next exception. If reported speech has some imagined condition, then there is no change in the tense. Like she said, if I were rich, I would help him. There is imaginary sentence in reported speech. That's why it will remain same like it. The sentence in indirect speech will be, she said that if she were rich, she would help him. Clear? Dear students, I think it is enough for today. We have learned today the certain rules for the change of tenses and exceptional case in changing the tenses also. Now we shall learn rules for the change of pronouns, changing in words expressing nearness of time and place, and rules for changing different kinds of sentences in the next lecture. So I am leaving you with a homework for today, and the homework is change the following sentences into indirect speech. There are 10 sentences and you have to change it in indirect speech. First is, Hari says Sita is ill. Second is, Moti says Sudha is tall. Third is, Harish will say Kareem will play cricket with me. Fourth sentence is, Rita said to me, comma I noted comma, Kiran is singing a song. Fifth sentence is, the teacher said, comma I noted comma, some boys had not gone yet. Sixth sentence is, the teacher said, comma I noted comma, the principal was waiting for the guests. Seventh sentence is, Hari said to me, I may be able to run. Eighth sentence is, the said, God is everywhere. Sentence number 9 is, she said to me, I am learning English. And the last sentence is, they said, comma note comma, Raju was swimming in the river. Dear students, please note down these sentences in your copy and change it into indirect speech. So thank you. Have a nice day.